If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do so. If you're finding the messages helpful, then other people will find them helpful as well. All right, here we go, Sagittarius. We have the Walrus. Boop. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. We have the Gorilla. Let's take the time to listen compassionately to those you love, especially your family members. And then we have the Boar. Face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Okay. Sagittarius. I feel like you've made a decision about something. You've made some sort of big choice. And people around you are not the happiest about this choice. But you feel at your core, in your gut, that this is the right thing for you. So I feel like as this new energy cycle comes in, you're going to be able to finally follow through on this choice that you've made and kind of stand your ground here. Now, the Gorilla here is telling you to listen to what people are saying. Don't dismiss any concerns, ideas, advice that the people around you may offer up. They may offer this unsolicited. You might be very annoyed that they keep bringing up the what ifs and all the questioning, but just take time to listen because you want the people in your life to feel heard. You don't want them to think that that doesn't mean that you're going to change your mind. You've already made your decision. It feels right for you to do this. Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to change your mind, but you don't want to be dismissive of people's thoughts, ideas, concerns, advice, because you don't want them to feel excluded from your life, that you're making this choice and everyone and everything is going to be left behind. Okay, so there's a message of like standing your ground. You've made your choice. You are going to follow through on it, but you're not going to be dismissive of the concerns that the people have around you. So let's see if we can let's see an example. Maybe you want to move. Sorry. There's some bubble wrap on the ground and my dog just walked across it. So maybe you want to move to another country. Okay. And your parents are terrified. Well, how are you going to make money there? Well, I've done research and I know that I can get a job in this place and make this much money. And I can afford an apartment here and it's going to cost me this much. Okay. So you don't want to be like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it or I'll figure it out. You want to have answers for these questions. You want to show the people around you that you're not doing this on a whim. You have a plan, you've made a choice, and it's something that you need to do. But you don't want the people in your life to feel isolated. Then we have the face your problems head on. There may be some people that are going to be very reactive to this. There are going to be some obstacles that come with this big change. Like if you're moving across the country, to another country, you have to get a visa. You have to figure out how their money system works, how their transit system works. There's going to be lots of obstacles that come in, but you're going to figure them out. Okay. You're Sagittarius. You're going to figure it out. And then any concerns that your family members, friends bring up, you're going to conquer those. Well, how are you going to get to work? Do you have to buy a car? Actually, the apartment I'm looking at is on the corner of a bus stop, and I only have to ride the bus 2 miles to my work. All right, so there's a problem that was presented. You gave a solution that puts the people in your life at ease. All right, that doesn't mean you're backing out of your choice. That doesn't mean you're going to do something else, but that just is acknowledging the concerns and making the people in your life feel better about the choice that you've made. I think that's a big lesson for you, Sagittarius. You are a fiery sign. When you kind of made up your mind to do something, you just kind of do it. A little spontaneous, but that doesn't mean you should ignore what other people are saying or just kind of write them off. All right, so what else does Sagittarius need to know about their message today? What else does Sagittarius need to know about their message today? All right, let's see. It's so interesting. All right, so we have the Tower in the reverse. We have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Hierophant in the reverse. So Aries and Leo both got the Tower in the reverse in their readings. It happened to be in this position in both of their readings, but yeah. Well, all three of the fire signs seem to be going through some kind of big life-altering change. Just the energy around it, it feels a little bit different. Okay, so we have the Tower here in the reverse. And I think it's underneath here rather than over here, like the other readings. Say, pay attention for signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Spirit knows that you made this decision already. You're going to follow through on it. But as you're planning the details, as you're getting things lined up, as you're working things out, pay attention to the details, to the signs, to the omens around you. Okay? Maybe this, I'm just using them moving to another country as an example. It's obviously, that's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be different. It's just the example that's coming to mind. Okay, so this apartment I'm looking at here, it's super close to my work. I could probably walk. But you're getting, as you're Googling this, you see a review about some crime that happened there, and your little spidey senses are saying, yeah, this is a really convenient location, but maybe I should check out somewhere else. And so then you look at the apartment complex down the street. It's a couple miles away. You're going to have to ride the bus, but it's in a much safer neighborhood. Okay, so that's what this is talking about. As you're putting in the details, sorting things out, make sure you're paying very close attention to the choices that you're making. We have Two of Cups here. To me, this is a sign that you're following a choice that is in alignment with your soul, with your path, what you're supposed to be doing. Two of Cups is a soulmate card, so maybe some of you are moving to another country because you've met somebody and fallen in love with them, and you're now moving to their homeland. I don't know. But with it being under the gorilla, listening compassionately, I feel like this is just saying being open-minded. And it's interesting in this card, they have the moons above their head, and they're almost like going from one to the other. So to me, this is just like, I'm sorry. You're going from one, the little moons here are going from one to the other. Be open in exchanging ideas, thoughts, receiving advice. Okay, don't shut them out just because they don't initially agree with you right away. Then we have the Hierophant in the reverse here, tackling your problems. We have the Queen of Cups here, some more loving energy. I feel like you're going to be supported. Once the worries are kind of taken care of, I feel like you're going to be supported and loved by the people around you, the universe, all of that. Anyway, the Hierophant in reverse here is that there are going to be some challenges along the way. You might be tested spiritually, but you are strong enough to conquer them, to push through, to make it to the other side and be victorious. Yeah, we have Two of Swords in the reverse. I think you've thought about this for a long time, and you didn't make a decision because you were a little bit worried about how people were going to react. But then one day you're like, you know what? I'm doing it. I don't care. And now you've told everyone I feel like the energy shift is where you're going to finally have the courage to tell people that you've made this choice. But, all right. Why is the Tower in the reverse here? Yeah, we have Ten of Wands. It's like, don't let the little challenges along the way weigh you down. The life you've been leading right now could be burdensome to you or feel heavy and unhappy, which may be why you've made this choice to make the big change. But by paying attention to the signs and the omens, making choices is not going to be a heavy weight. It's going to lighten the load for you. You might get overwhelmed. There may be some points where you're sorting through things and you become very overwhelmed. But just remember that you can do a slow, check one box off at a time, and don't let yourself get into this heavy energy. And also, remaining vigilant. If somebody is just constantly being a negative towards you and this decision you've made, and they're just constantly, there may be one or two people, I'm feeling like there's maybe one person in particular that is going to fight you on this. And that might become heavy. So remaining vigilant may be a challenge for you. And I remember, I'm not telling you what to do, but if somebody is constantly overstepping, and they're putting a ton of negative energy on you, and they are bringing you down, it is okay to cut off communication with them temporarily if you need to. You can say, you know what? I understand why you feel this way, but I've made this decision, and if you can't be supportive, if you don't have nice things to say to me about this decision, then I'm not going to speak to you until after I have resolved everything. All right, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Why is the Two of Cups here? Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. You may have tried to tell people about this before. That's why I think you've been thinking about this for a while and you wanted to speak about it or discuss it, but you haven't brought it up fully. But I think now that you've fully made the decision and you already know what you're going to do, you're going to be able to go back to these people and the people in your life and talk about it. You also may have spent a lot of time, maybe you attempted this in the past. Yeah, I'm hearing the word divorce. So if this big change you want to make is ending a marriage, you may have sat down with your partner before and tried to say it before and they weren't receptive. Or that's what it feels like. It feels like you've tried to have this conversation with people before and you just couldn't get all of it out. But now that you've made the choice, you're going to be able to sit them down and really speak your truth here. All right, so why is the Hierophant in the reverse? And again, the Eight of Cups can be in a cycle. But for me, since we have these moons going back and forth here, and then we're listening compassionately, this is just an open exchange, allowing information to flow. Okay? Why is the Hierophant in the reverse? Yeah, Five of Wands. There's going to be conflict along the way. We have the Boar facing your problems. You can defeat these conflicts. See, look, we have the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. Positive, good luck, forward movement, change for the better. So, I think you guys are going to have some battles to fight to get where you want to go. But you've already made the choice and you're going to stick to your guns here. You're going to remain vigilant. You're not backing down. And if people are getting too negative and putting too much weight on you, there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, until this is resolved, until I've got everything sorted out, I can't have you, I can't speak with you. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if people are being positive and receptive, you want to be open to advice and the things that they say and the offering of support. I feel like this is one person who's just going to be up your butt about it. Okay, and you're just going to have to tell that person, I'm sorry, but no, go away. But I feel like most people in your life are going to be open and receptive to the things that you're going to do. This choice you're making, the thing you're maybe vigilant about, is going to cause some challenges, some fighting, possibly some obstacles, but you're strong enough to face it head on. You know that once you get on the other side of it, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. Good things are going to start coming your way. Okay? All right. Let's get you a final word of advice here for your reading. Can we get a final word of advice here for Sagittarius on their reading, please? Final word of advice. Oh, you're getting 2 cards. See? A win-win outcome is forecast. You're going to get what you want. I think it's going to be a pretty bumpy road for you guys, but at the end of the day, you're going to get what you want. And then we have nothing will come of the situation. All the stuff that you're worried about, all of the drama that may ensue from this choice and the people, this person being all in your butt about it, nothing's bad going to come out of it. Yeah, it's going to be a tumultuous time. You're going to face some obstacles. You're going to have to do a lot of work to get where you want to go, but nothing bad is going to happen here. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. I also feel like if you stay in your current situation, if you didn't make the decision, and if you stayed and kept your life going down the same path, you weren't going to get anything out of it. It's just going to stay stagnant. Okay, so again, I don't tell people what to do, but if this is resonating and you've had a big decision you've wanted to make or have made, just haven't spoken it yet, this could be a sign for you to do that. All right, I'm going to leave it here for you. I hope it was helpful. If it resonated, please comment, like, share, subscribe. I'm on Twitter now, so if you want to come talk to me over there, come see me. Any information you need is down in the description box. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you guys later.